Hey everyone, it's DJ Smooth, and it's time for another Behind the Music episode here. Going to dig in a little bit into episode 15 of the Open Format Livestream. And I had a problem that I run into every so often with Serato DJ Pro in this particular episode. So you see on the screen here that I've got your money going here. I got your money, don't you worry. All right. I said, hey. This was pretty deep into the mix. We're like an hour and 54 minutes, like deep into the mix. So you see on the bottom track there, or the track on the right, Where All My People. This is Jamie Jones and Nicole Motter featuring House of Molly. Basically, the short version here is you can kind of see a little bit on the screen if you look at grid marker 5 and 9 on that track. Serato did not know how to track it very well at all. So the grid markers were just a mess. And so if we dig in here a little bit to what's going on, let me fast forward here. So I started to have problems. First of all, the structure of this song, Where All My People. You see there's no intro. It's like just kind of, But I'm kind of realizing on the fly that I've got a little bit of a problem here with the structure. Because I try to do some matching up here. And yeah, it's just not happening. So you see here, I'm getting ready, you see up in the corner, I'm getting ready to go up and try to set a marker on number 5, right? Which is really where the track kicks in. So if you look very, very closely, you can kind of see that, like, I've got the wave file set right where I want the marker. And so go in here and kind of set the marker. And then you see, I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it sort of lined up the track. It moved it up a little bit. So now there's going to be a red line on number 5 when I hit the save here. Okay. So then I go through and I try it again. I'm like, okay, so now I've got a marker right at the beginning, and I've got a marker on 5. And it's just still not really going to cooperate, because if you look closely, you see number 9 is off, 13 is off. It's just drifting. And farther down into the track, you see here 17 is, it's just drifting like crazy. And so, and you notice the Got Your Money, I'm still quite a ways towards the end. So I'm still trying to figure this out on the fly. Now, when I imported this into the library, like last week or whenever it was, I was in a little bit of a hurry, and I didn't quite catch that the grid markers were not lining correctly, that Serato was having a lot of problems with this one, because normally what I'll do is I'll check the beginning, make sure the first set of markers are good. I'll kind of bounce towards the end, and I actually put a grid marker towards the end, and just to kind of, because I did notice back there that it was drifting. But normally what happens there is when I put one at the end, that sort of causes Serato to kind of reline everything up, and it usually fixes the problem. But I didn't check anything in the middle. And so it was just causing me a lot of issues here. It's hard to see from this, but if you watch and I know it's deep into the mix here, but yeah, it was causing me a lot of issues. And the intro being so short, I had to do a little loop here at the beginning. And that structure is, I've already had to bring this into Ableton and basically fix their little mess here, because this is not how you structure a dance track. You see me on the jog wheel there on the controller, fighting to keep this thing lined up, and it hasn't even gotten into the song. It's kind of right in here. I just had to kind of like do a quick little mix here. And yeah, and then of course it causes me problems on the way out too, because if you look here a little deeper into the track, so now I've got this champagne track that is going to have problems getting out. See, there's my grid marker on 81. You see it right there, kind of almost center of the screen. So I had set a marker right there, thinking, okay, that'll take care of it. And now, if all through here, you can kind of see it drifting like crazy. And if this is deep into the weeds, and most DJs that are used to Serato DJ Pro, if they see this, they would kind of recognize what I'm talking about. So this podcast is kind of intended for, DJs and anybody that really wants to get into learning how to be a DJ, what to watch out for, some of the behind. That's the reason it's called behind the scenes, right? So you'll notice, like right here on marker 49, you see how out of alignment that is, because the kick drum is not like where line 49 is, where, you know, bar 49 is. That is not, it's out of place. The marker should be to the left, right where my mouse is. That's the actual kick. And so when I'm in the headphones and I'm, you know, cueing and all that, that's why it's out of alignment like that, is because the other track, Champagne, yeah. So just one of those things. If you're a DJ and you're using Serato DJ Pro, just check your grid markers, because most of the time Serato gets it right, but there are some tracks, and especially like this one, this Where Are All My People At, or whatever, Where Are All My People. It's a straightforward 4 on the floor, just dance rhythm with pretty normal drums, I would say. But for some reason, Serato DJ Pro just had a ton of problems with this track. So I ended up going into Ableton and kind of fixing it on my own. And I'll show you what that looks like here real quick. Because in Ableton, yeah, it's... I had to line this thing up. Let's see, where's my... And I didn't really do this before, but see, in Ableton in here, I had to come in here and just like, I had to put an actual intro on the front of it. And then if you look closely, I look at my markers here. I've got, let's see. I think I've got my markers set down here. Yeah. So I've got all the markers set now. So I basically ended up fixing this in Ableton. And so now I've got I did have to make my own little intro here. Just something basic. And then of course the outro was also kind of a mess. So had to fix that too. Just, you know, something, I don't know. It's not, as of right now, I'm just going to leave it like this. So anyway, that's this episode of Behind the Scenes. Just a little something to watch out for if you're a DJ and you're using Serato DJ Pro. And thanks. We'll see you in the next one.